Hey Union, I'm Kelsey Grader and I hope you're having an awesome week. We're back with another episode of UNews to keep you updated about what's happening here on campus. Here's a recap of this past week's events. This past week was one full of theater, elections, and competition. This past Saturday, UU Improv held their first improv night of the semester in the theater. It was a fun night filled with laughter and, well, improvisation. There's another improv night coming this week, but you'll hear about that later, so stay tuned. On Monday, there was a live sketch comedy show by Peter Riggs in the theater. It was called Peter's Night Live. I heard from other students that it was pretty funny. This event was to raise money to support his dream of biking across America, and I hope he makes it because that's pretty daggone far. The following day, obviously Tuesday, there was yet another event in the theater. The theater featured guest artist Doug Berkey with his show titled No Show. What a confusing title for a play. It was an event that was free and sponsored by the Lyceum Committee. It was a performance about the arts of mime, mass theater, and physical comedy that featured an actor that failed to show. Sounds like you might have missed something great. SGA Student Senate took place Wednesday night at its usual time and place. One highlight from the night is that the physics department proposed to send a DSD bobblehead up in space. Can you believe that? And I think it actually got passed. If you're not a part of Senate, well, you should change that, because it's a great way to be involved in some big decisions or even get some extra money for your campus organization. But you don't have to be part of an organization or group to attend. If you've been paying attention to the many emails sent out by Dean Thornberry, you know that priority registration for this summer and fall began on Thursday. Not to be confusing or anything, but every class has a different registration date. So open those emails that you may usually delete and actually read them and make sure that you register on time. Just a reminder, you cannot register if you have a hold on your student account. You may have seen the numerous posters around campus telling you to vote for certain people for class office, but if you haven't, you need to become more observant. Voting for class officer elections continued from Thursday until Sunday. You may have noticed that Coburn or the Brewer served some awesome mac and cheese and chicken on Friday, but don't be thrown off by the slight change in the food because that's normal for a preview day. Hey, at least all the prospective students got one good meal out of their visit. Saturday was a big night at the Carl Perkins Civic Center because it was finally the night for the variety show. All that has been talked about for the past few months and is the thing that fuels competition between everyone who competes, mainly all the sororities. I have no clue who won because we taped this the night before, but congratulations to every group that won something. That's all for last week's events. Now let's kick it over to Casey at the sports desk.
Hey Bulldogs, I'm Casey Enzor. Last week was absolutely gorgeous weather, and also it was a beautiful week for sports. The baseball team broke their 12-game losing streak on Tuesday. Hallelujah, they finally won, shutting out Blue Mountain 5-0. And then, believe it or not, they won again. They beat William Carey in a close one, 6-4 here at home. The softball ladies beat Mid-Continent University in their first game of the doubleheader, which became not a doubleheader at all when the second game was canceled. This win brings the ladies to a 19-16 record on their season so far. On Saturday, both baseball and softball went on the road. The boys headed to Alabama and the ladies to Mississippi to play UNA and Valdosta State. That does it for sports last week. Now let's look ahead to next week. This week is going to be explosive for our golf teams. They will be taking part in the Gulf South Championship Tourney on Monday and Tuesday in Tunica, Mississippi. We wish them all the best of luck and a triumphant ending to both of their seasons. Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday is baseball, softball, and even more baseball and softball. Our men and women will play a total of 7 games. Surprisingly, there are only 2 games at home this week, and they will both be on Saturday versus CBU. The baseball team will play at 3 and 5. The other 5 games will be played against Trevecca and UAH, and we will keep you posted on the outcomes of all of the games. That's all for sports this week. I'm going to toss it over to Caleb for upcoming news.
Hello Union Nation, welcome to a new week. It is Caleb here to get you up to speed on all the upcoming campus events for this week. So here we go. On Monday, we start the fun off with baseball tailgating at 5 p.m. So come on down and get free hamburgers and hot dogs. Yummy! Then, if that kind of food isn't really your style, Res Life will be having their cooking class called Cooking with Class. And that will be from 6 to 7 p.m. in the Bold. It will be in Bold Room 120. So for all of those out there working on the MRS degree, do not miss that. But if it doesn't go too well, don't worry. Abraham's Altar will be going on in the Bold Gym at 9 p.m. So if you had a bad cooking experience, I'm sure Father Abraham will let you give whatever you failed to cook as a burnt offering. On Tuesday, come on down to the Savage Memorial Chapel and enjoy the Symphonic Band Concert from 7:30 to 9. And after that, you can head on over to the Bull Gym for another round of Abraham's Altar starting at 9. Jumping to Friday, April 26th, we have got the Union University Career University Engineering, Business, and Technology Expo. Now that will be held from 1:30 to 3:30 in the Grant Center, sponsored by our very own Vocatio Center. So don't miss out on that. Then, from 7:30 to 9, come enjoy the Spring Choral Concert being put on at First Baptist Church Jackson. That should be lovely. But if you can't make it out to that, feel free to stay on campus and enjoy the Barefoots Concert at Where Else But Barefoots. That will be from 8 to 11. Then we reach another weekend, and that Saturday starts off with the Greek Olympics. No, it's not actually in Greece, but it is on the Union Soccer Field from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, and that should be fun. And adding to the fun of Saturday is Improv Night at 7:30, so be sure to come unprepared and unrehearsed. Now, back over to Kelsey.
That's all for UNews this week. As always, like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter for more information throughout the week. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have a news story, email us at unionunews@gmail.com. Have a great week, everyone, and stay sane, and remember, it's almost summer.